welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. And this is Rogue. Say hi, Rogue. No, you don't want to. She's scared because I'm sitting in a chair. Oh! Okay. This is where our craft room is going to be. And I was just looking at it going, actually, because we have a dresser unit in here, and I was like, I think it should be in the wall here so that there's more room for seating on the other side, but we'll figure it out. I'm here to talk about my stitching. Got it turned on. I was trying to remote. Hank's tail is wagging behind me. He wanted to come in here too. The dogs are very discombobulated by this move. They don't know what's going on. They don't know where their rooms are. They don't know where their stuff is. So they're getting kind of used to it. We've been here since Tuesday of last week. We were in Airbnb before that. So I have virtually no crochet done. I've got more cross stitch done than anything. So I've done very little crochet. I've done mostly cross stitch in the last 2 weeks. We have been at this home since Wednesday of last week, so almost a week. We've got boxes everywhere and, big mess. We were at an Airbnb in between, and man, that was a beautiful, beautiful home to stay in for, I think we were there 4 days. So that's Rogue. So let me show you my crochet since it's only one thing. I can't remember if I finished the little sweaters. See the little sweaters? Like this little sweater. Blue sweaters, white sweaters, multicolored sweaters. And now I'm working on snowmen. So we've got 2 balls on the snowman, and there'll be 3, of course. And then after that are little hats for the snowman. So you don't count right. Your snowmen are just kind of like leaning like this, and you have to go back. But I would have a lot more done if I could keep my eyes open at the end of the day. For instance, it's, I don't know, 1 o'clock, and I just barely sat down to be able to do this. So we have running around to do, lots of running around to do. This is my Under the Sea temperature chart designed by myself for Three Sisters Creative, our Etsy shop. I don't have anywhere to put anything. I should have gone ahead and done this in the living room, but then somebody could walk in. That's the nice thing about doing it in here. And here's where we are. I had hoped to go further down here and start across, but I realized on Saturday I forgot to do it. So I was doing it on Saturday, and I really only work on this on 1 day a week. Not that I can't work on it on more days a week. I just don't. So this is going to be a short video. So this was the first thing that I was going to concentrate on for the month of October. This is Wolf by Pidgin Coop, Max Pidgin. And of course, I didn't get to spend as much time on it as I would have liked. This is how far I've gotten. So you're starting to see the wolf come out. And this is where the greenery, where the mountains and the trees are. So that's this area right here. Sorry, my dog is making so much noise. So this was a charity project by Cross Stitching for Fun. I think they're called Sunshine. They've called themselves something else because they had to open a new Etsy shop in a different name in order to be able to have an Etsy shop. And here it is. It was supposed to have more shadowing down here, and I decided that I liked it like that. Now, this color was supposed to be up here, and this one down here, I got it all wrong, but I decided to leave it as is. So, and it says, each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there is room for Jesus. And I liked that sentiment, and I wanted it to have it for this Christmas. My dogs are not being quiet like they normally are. This was the second project I was going to concentrate on for October. And I'm working on this. I've finished both berries, and I have FFO'd one. And I do have this little holly leaf that I can attach when I'm done. And I have little candy cane that I can put on the top. So this is where I am. Now, at the beginning of this month, when I started on it, I had maybe this much of the thing done and the pink. Now, it's one stitch too far that way. And I had already restitched the bottom half of the pink to get this to come out correctly. When I realized that it was wrong, I would have had to take out almost the entire thing, like from here up. And I said, I'm good. It's just gonna have to be like that. So the word Christmas sticks out by one stitch as it is, and now it's gonna stick out by two. I don't care. I'm not gonna redo all that. So I wanted to work some more on that the other day, but I just couldn't keep my eyes open. And I also wanted to start American Blues. This was designed by Erica Michaels. Oh, Holly Jolly Christmas's hands-on design. No, Erica Michaels. Sorry, the dogs are making noise. I don't know what they're doing. Get some of the glare off there. This was copyright 2023, so it isn't for the 250th, but that's what I'm stitching it for. Now, I'm not doing the berry. I'm doing the pillow because the pillow says July 4th and 1776, and the berry does not. I think the berry just says 1776 or July 4th, but it doesn't say both. And I'm trying to decide if I want to leave off some of this right here and put 1776 to 2026, or just leave it 1776. Thoughts? So this is my tiny little start. I kept trying to work on it and kept falling asleep. I'm going to be using blue and white and the red of the fabric. So It's not much of a start, but it's a little bit of a start. I'm supposed to this month start hands-on design Blackberry, and here's a picture of what that's supposed to look like. I just haven't started it yet. I want a little bit more than a few hours. I want just a little bit more than a few hours of sleepy time to work on it, so I'm hoping maybe on the 31st or 30th I can get some time to work on it. Now, I've also done some work on, in this house we do Geek, and as you recall, I stitched magic in glow-in-the-dark thread. Here's where I am now. I have a shiny castle. Let's see if you can see how glittery it is. And that's Once Upon a Time. It's kind of hard to read anyway, so. And this is going to be the rebel symbol, and in yellow I'm going to have galaxies far, far away, or just galaxies far, far away. I might put the word and goes under here, and I might put the word in over here in this brown color. But in galaxies far, far away is going to be yellow, like in Star Wars, the yellow words. I'm trying to decide if I should put Boldly Go Where No Man Has Gone Before in yellow as well, because I'm trying to remember, I think it was in white, and we've already established that white does not show up on this fabric. So I have some decisions to make. Now, it is darker down here than it was up here, but I don't think it's really dark enough. Yeah, I don't think white will show up. So I may just do it in brown. However, I'll do the Enterprise in white, and if I have to backstitch around it, I'll backstitch around it. Now for Whip Go, the two pieces that are called for starting in November are Sea Turtle. Now I did, this pattern, this is by, oh, that's by CrazzyStitch, sorry. This pattern is by Vi Cross Stitch, and it came with 6 different designs, and I did one. And it's charted just one color. And the one I did before, I used variegations or colorless threads, and what did it have on it? I can't remember. If I find a picture of it, I might put it here, but I'm going to do the same thing here. But I'm going to want a kind of a greenish colorless thread for this turtle, and then I'll make all the little turtles kind of the same, and then I'll make the seaweed in just a regular green, and the fish maybe a colorless thread, maybe not. Now, I really don't like this border. I don't like this big chain, so I may make it just this thin border. But I plan to do it on, whoops, my precariously stacked things fell down. I plan to do it on this greenish bluish color. I think it'll look good with the sea turtles. And then the other thing that was called, this is a free pattern, and it's by Doreen Jones. And there's no picture, it's just the pattern. So it's called Cat Trio. I love all of them. I'm trying to decide which one to start. More dog. Yeah, he went in the closet. I hope he didn't do anything naughty in the closet. Hey, hey. I'd like to start this one, but these are full coverage. And this is 80 by 80, almost 90 by 90. Since it's full coverage, I think I'm going to do it on this fabric if it's big enough. And then the last thing, I purchased this because while we were at the Airbnb, Hank, stay out of there. Lie down. While we were at the Airbnb, I was watching a Flosstube by somebody I'd never seen before, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name. And she did a flip through of all the designs in here, and there was 2 or 3 that I was in love with. I love this one. This is another full coverage one. I like this one. I like this one. And I like this one. I just absolutely love this one. I might start that as soon as possible. And this one, this shiny 3... Hank, stay out of there. This shiny stacked biscornues are just, they've got beads all over them. They're done with a 12, but I think I would use something else. They're stitched on 32 count. And they're 4 and something, 3 and something, 2 and something at 32 count. I was thinking of using 25 count. So I'm not sure. Hi, Hank. Okay, Hank, you can go away now. Okay, having the dogs in here, bad idea. They're done. So I am getting to know this neighborhood, which is taking some doing. But I'll eventually know my neighborhood. I'll like my neighborhood. I'm liking the house. You know, when you're comfortable in one place, it's hard to go on to another place. But I'll do it and I'll be okay. So this is a new chapter in our lives, and you know what made me sad about leaving the old place is that's where we took care of my parents until their passing. They both passed peacefully at home. with all of us beside them. So left a lot of memories there, but we'll make more memories here. So sorry about the dog noise and the dog stuff that's going on. I gotta let these dogs out. It's been nice talking to you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.